So on the mound for the Mets, Babe Ruth, 7-4, 4.85 earned run average. The Babe himself, left-handed pitcher, known for his homers, but if you know baseball history, you know that Babe Ruth is also a legendary pitcher. Leading off for the Avengers is Anthony Mackie, plays Sam Wilson in the MCU, 3-11, 11 homers, 45 runs batted in. Carries a 10-game hitting streak into this contest. First pitch from the Babe. Breaking ball low, ball one. Mets are 48-34. That's good for first place in the National League West. Mackie is the new Captain America. Sorry to spoil it for you. And he grounds it up the third base line. Foul ball. I loved it. Had to be one of the best shows in the MCU. Loki had the best theme to it. I'd give it 10 out of 10. And we are going to be something or other. But I agree with your assessment, Top Marvel Clips. It was a great show. Very fun. And reaches. Babe jumps off the mound, throws to first in time, one away. Nice play by the Babe, bouncing off that mound like a cat. Starting lineup for the Hollywood Avengers, Anthony Mackie is at short. Second baseman is Tom Holland. The DH today is Chris Evans. Mark Ruffalo's behind the plate. Chadwick Boseman is third. Dave Bautista's in right. First baseman is Robert Downey Jr. In left is Sebastian Stan, and batting ninth and playing center field is Don Cheadle. Next up, Chris Holland. I'm sorry, Tom Holland. Pardon me, Tom. He plays line drive, foul ball, strike one. He plays Spider-Man in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. He's hitting .372 to lead the ball club. 11 homers, 56 runs batted in. The count is no balls and one strike to Spider-Man. Here comes the pitch from the Babe. Pitch is low, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. I enjoyed WandaVision. I liked all 3 shows. I'd have to say that I liked The Falcon and Winter Soldier the least out of the 3, but I liked all 3 of the shows. And that's a line drive to left. It is a base hit for Spider-Man. Tom Holland is at first with 1 out here in the bottom of the first inning. Here's the replay. Just a solid base hit to left. So, up next, the designated hitter today is the first Avenger, Chris Evans, hitting .304, 9 homers, 37 runs batted in. He's going, pitch is high, throw down a second is not in time. He takes off on the first pitch. Spider-Man has a stolen base, and now the Avengers have a runner in scoring position here with 1 out in the bottom of the first. Falcon Winter Soldier was pretty good, 7 out of 10, and WandaVision was pretty good, but was hoping for a good ending. Outside count to Chris Evans is 2 balls and no strikes. So again, runner in scoring position for Steve Rogers. Spider-Man leads off second. Swing and a miss the fastball, strike 1. Couldn't catch up to it. Count is 2 balls and 1 strike. I think it's a good start for Disney Plus. Very much looking forward to it. I have not seen episode 2 of the What If show. Checks his swing, pitches outside. Hitters count 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck is Mark Ruffalo, the Incredible Hulk. Again, Holland leads off second. Here comes the pitch. Fouls it upstairs behind home plate, and the count will go full on Chris Evans. The Babe sets and delivers. And he misses high and inside, so he walks him. There'll be runners at first and second with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. So again, this is the second game of a 3-game set between these 2 ball clubs. The Avengers won the first game 4-3. Mark Ruffalo's hitting .341, 18 homers, 69 RBIs. He leads the ball club in homers and RBIs. Checks his swing, 2-seam fastballs outside, ball 1. What If is starting off pretty good. I won't spoil episode 2, but episode 1 was good, and so was episode 2. Fastball high, 2 balls and no strikes to the Hulk. Ruth is showing a little bit of wildness on the mound so far in this first inning. Oh, swing and a miss. Could not catch that inside fastball. 2 balls and 1 strike. Runners lead off first and second. Another hitter's count. 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck, Chadwick Boseman. Holland at second. Chris Evans at first. Here comes the 3-1 pitch from Ruth. And he pulls the fastball foul out of play. The count will go full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Will the runners be off on with 1 away? They do have a lot of speed on the bases, so let's see what happens. Oh, it's a slow bouncer up the third base line. It's going to be a tough play. It's an out at first, so it's basically a swinging bunt. The runners will move to second and third with 2 away here in the bottom of the first. Nice play by Chipper Jones at third. So, Chadwick Boseman, the late great Chadwick Boseman, hitting .331, 10 homers, 38 RBIs. He has 2 runners in scoring position, but there are 2 away. Mr. John Walker, welcome to the stream. Fastball, low, ball 1. Hello, I thought it was going to be the first, but guess not today. I appreciate your presence nonetheless, Mr. Walker. Thank you so much for joining the stream. We're in the first inning. Outside, 2 balls and no strikes to Black Panther. I call him the late, great Chadwick Boseman because unfortunately we've lost Chadwick to colon cancer in 2020. May he rest in peace. Outside, 3 balls and no strikes. 1 more pitch and outside, and he loads the bases. Will he have the green light on 3-0? No, he will not. I don't swing on 3 balls and no strikes. So let's see what happens. Outside corner, strike 1. However, now hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike, and the shackles are off. Let's see what happens. Pulls the fastball down the left field line. Count will go full. Tough inning for Babe Ruth here in the bottom of the first. But he has not given in yet. Line drive, base hit to center field. Rounding third and heading home is the second run. It'll be a 2-run single for Black Panther, Wakanda forever, and the MCU leads 2-1 on the 2-out hit by Black Panther by Chadwick Boseman T'Challa. Here's the replay. Bang, right up the middle. No doubt about it, and both runners score. Next up is Drax the Destroyer. Dave Bautista hitting .316, 10 homers. Oh, quick throw to first, he's back. 10 homers, 41 runs batted, and I like the stream. Thank you, John. I really appreciate the like. It really helps. Helps the algorithm. Fastball high, ball 1, 1-0. So the Avengers at the start of play were tied with the Los Angeles Dodgers in the National League West. In this created franchise, the Avengers take the place of the San Diego Padres in the NL West. And they are tied for first with the... That's another line drive to center. It's another 2-out hit for the Avengers, as now we'll have first and second still. Side not retired. Here's the replay. So the Avengers are tied for first with the Los Angeles Dodgers at 54 and 28. Next up, left-handed hitter Robert Downey Jr., 279, 10 homers, 42 RBIs. Fastball inside, ball 1. Obviously, Robert Downey Jr. plays Tony Stark in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Misses with the changeup outside, 2 balls and no strikes, and he is having trouble finding the strike zone. Boseman off second, Bautista off first, and he fouls off the curveball. Count is 2-1. If not for the charisma of Robert Downey Jr. in the first Iron Man back in 2008. Pulls it foul into the seats. Count evens, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 2 runners on, 2-0 lead for the MCU. If not for his charisma, we might not have an MCU. So, thank God for RDJ. In the dirt, count will go full. The runners will be off with the pitch. On deck is the Winter Soldier, Sebastian Stan. Here comes the pitch from Babe Ruth. Outside, ball 4, and the bases are now loaded with Avengers. 2 runs have already crossed the plate. Will the Avengers get more? Really quickly, I want to show the difficulty setting options, gameplay. Hitting difficulty is set to All-Star, and pitching difficulty is set to All-Star. Just to give a heads up on what difficulty setting the league is set to. Sebastian's hitting .254 on the season. Fastball misses outside, ball one. He plays the Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. Here's a pitch from the Babe. And he's late on the changeup, fouls it down the right field line. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Bases are jammed full of Avengers. Here's the pitch. Ground ball through the right side. A run will score. Second run, round third, and heads home. The throw is up the line. It's a 2-run, 2-out RBI single by the Winter Soldier. And the Avengers now have a 4-0 lead here in the first inning. All 4 runs have been scored with 2 out. He just serves it the other way, past the second baseman, into right field. Next up is the number 9 hitter, Don Cheadle, hitting .315, 9 homers, 44 runs batted in. Grounder to short, shovels at the second to retire at the side. But the Avengers score 4 times here in the bottom of the first after an inning of play here in Crosley Field. It's the Avengers 4, the Mets nothing.